Yes guys, we're back with another one on a Sunday this week. If you can hear Christmas songs playing in the background, that's the wife. I do apologise if it's going to annoy you, but they're not that loud. She's downstairs singing her head off. So anyways, I'm going to be looking at BTC today, see where we're at, see what we could possibly be doing. I'm going to go through BTC dominance, have a little look at that one as well. USDT dominance, we're going to be looking at BTC CME futures, and go through a few altcoins as well and see what we could potentially be doing with these altcoins. So yeah, let's get straight into it anyways guys. So I'm on the BTC chart. I'm having a little look at the BTC chart, and I've got this fixed range volume profile down from, I think I've set it from down there. I will reset it so you can see. I've got a lock drawing actually, 1 minute. I'm going to show you this other little thing that I've got here as well that you really want to be using. I'll try to save it for a later video, but I'm going to show you all today. I think that's the one. Let's hide that for a second. Right, so we'll get a fixed range volume profile. These shortcuts to these as well. So if we go from the initial move to where we are now, that's the volume profile from the initial move. These volume up inside here. You can also, from there to there, that's from the initial move. That's from the prior move where we was consolidating in this area. And you can see with these fixed range volume profiles, they do work really well. You know, generally we come up, we're above the fixed range volume profile, we come back down, we touch the point of control, we then came back up, tried again, came back down, come back up again, tried to push that previous area, drop back into the point of control again. And generally what you'll see when you start to drop back in to this fair value area is what we would call it, you do tend to test the point of control and the value area low, or if we drop outside the value area low, we'll have a push up back into the point of control. We'll try and test the value area low once again and then have another big push. So you know, you can play these ranges the best you can. You've also got this is a bit similar to market cipher. This is one of James's indicator. So what you'll see with this is, you know, when money starts to flow back in on the 22nd of August. Let me just try to get off this now. Yeah, when money starts to flow back in, what you will see is the 22nd of August, round here, money did start to flow back in. We did push back away, but money wasn't flowing out. Remember, this is on the daily. So I'm having a little look here on the daily. Money did start to flow out in this area, but we never pushed down hard. We fell below the value area low. We came back inside. We touched the POC. We dropped again. Tried to push this area one more time. And then we had something very similar here. Money was flowing in. We had a slight little money outflow here. We had a divergence getting created around this area where you can see, you know, money's flowing out, but price is not coming back down to these areas. So, you know, let's keep a little look at this, and then I think something similar is going to happen in this area, because what you'll generally see is these low volume nodes like here, we generally push through fairly fast. Low volume nodes fired through. We came into here, we started to consolidate slightly, and then eventually we did fire through again into the value area high. We have at the minute dropped inside the value area, so I'm expecting something like this to push back down to around 91. Probably have a little bit of turbulence in here, and then we're either going to fire up or we're going to fire down to fill these areas out. That's potentially what could be happening with BTC. You know, none of this is financial advice, but I am showing you how you can find high probability trades. We are in the weekend at the minute, so there ain't going to be a lot of volume. So I will take another look tomorrow to see potentially what we're going to be doing. This is what we're just showing you, the object tree. So what we've got with the object tree, see how I've marked out monthly zones, weekly zones, daily zones, weekly levels, daily levels, monthly levels. So if I click that and show it, these are my levels that are being saved. These are all my monthly levels. So if I go to the monthly, and you can see why these levels got marked out. You know, I generally mark them from the body, not the wick, from the body here, to see where potentially we could be going, having a look at these levels. And then you can drop down into the weekly and have a little look how these levels get respected. See how we tapped back there at 59 and then we fired off. From 59 we fired off a good 70% from 59k. We also had divergences getting created here. You know, bullish divergence, bullish divergence, bullish divergence. And you can see that that's why the higher time frame is king, from my personal opinion. See, we had a high volume node in here. This is why we went sideways for a while. Before, it were going to go either way. It were either going to fire or it were going to drop again. This is why my original thought was we was going to come back down to test this area. We didn't test the area, but you've got to adapt to the market, and we trade in probabilities. You know, there's no guarantees in trading. So then if I go to the daily, and if I get my daily levels, these are my daily levels. They might be a bit bright for you, but these are literally my daily levels. This is why I'm looking at something like this. We are falling back inside that value area. So, you know, it's very important to keep an eye on this, because we have fallen back inside the value area. We could come back down, retest this point of control like I was saying, and then fire off again. If we drop below the point of control, we've got a potential to test the value area low here. But at the minute, what you will see is price is attracted to high volume areas. If you look here on the main, you know, volume profile, these are not high volume areas at the minute. These are low volume areas up here. So I know a lot of people will be getting FOMO. But what if I miss this move? What if I miss that move? I'd rather keep my money than miss a move. That's what you need to understand. You know, the most important thing is staying in the game. Don't lose all your money because you're getting FOMO. So yeah, these are my daily levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and have a little look at BTC dominance. So this was the zone I was looking at in BTC dominance. We are still following that trend at the minute in BTC dominance. And you can see at the minute, you know, even putting that little volume profile up on BTC dominance here where we are consolidating, you know, that's an area of interest where you're watching it. It deviates back outside the value area low and then eventually starts to fire away for these high volume nodes, which at the minute we're inside a high volume node, so we could go sideways for a while. in this area. You know, we've got lots of high volume nodes. We've got a low volume node here. So like I say, we have got this potential of doing this. Altcoins will get smashed again. So just be careful what you're buying and keep an eye on where we're actually at with BTC dominance. If we go down into the daily, let me just move these brushes a minute. Hide them. You know, we are respecting this trend at the minute. We are still in an upward trend in BTC dominance. Like I say, at the minute, we're inside a low volume node. So this could go either way. We could drop back to this volume here. And I think that is the value area high on BTC dominance, which is here. We could be attracted back down into here. Altcoins will fly. If we get attracted back down in this area, altcoins will fly. This is a small volume node. We could potentially be going up into there, but the probability at the minute, it's a 50-50 shot from my personal experience. It's a 50-50 shot where we're going to go. If we do eventually get above this volume, we will fly, because there is low volume. Here is a low volume. So if you get your brush, that's low volume. Here, low volume. Here, another low volume node. Another low volume node. But these here, high volume node. High volume node. Where's the next one? Low volume node in here. Just pointed that out. High volume node here. We do get attracted to these high volume areas. So this here potentially is your bull market top. We don't want to keep flying up into here, really, from my personal experience, because like I say, altcoins will get smashed. Let's have a little look at altcoins while we're at it. We might as well watch this. This could be the move that's going to occur. Like I say, we have got that CME gap to fill. I'm not saying it will get filled. It doesn't always get filled, but you know, if you have a little look here, this is on the BTC CME futures. Look where we're at the minute. We're at the value area high in this local fixed range volume profile. We have fallen back inside it. If we are attracted to this area here at around 90k, fall back down into it. This here, this red dotted line, is the value area high, which lines up perfectly with the value area low at around 76, 77. We've also got this CME gap here. So keep your eye on these areas. These are very, very important areas. Don't FOMO. We've got Ethereum at the minute. I haven't really done Ethereum. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clean the whole chart up on Ethereum. So, Ethereum. Excuse me. Just going to have a drink of my coffee. Right. So, the initial move. We'll go from here to here. This is the initial move from there to there. We are above the value area high in Ethereum. If we come back into this area, we do have a potential of dropping to lower levels. So, get the main volume profile up. At the minute, high nodes of volume in this area where we're at. The low volume node is here. I'm not saying that we will drop into here right now, but there is a high probability that we could fill this low volume node, because looking here, we've also got a nice fair value gap in that low volume node. We've also got another fair value gap here. This is why I'm saying, if we do fall and get attracted to the point of control, go sideways, we could fire again, or we start to dip into this area. That's potentially another area where we could go into. So what we'll do is we'll get another volume profile from here to here. And we're having a little look at this volume profile. This is consolidation. I like to do my volume profiles consolidation. You can do monthly ones, you can do daily ones, the higher time frames. Like I've just said, a king with most of this trading. So what you'll tend to see is, and you'll see it over and over again. So if we just go back to another area of consolidation, which is possibly this area. So we'll go from the low to the high. Let's move it out a little bit. So if we're looking at this, and you can clearly see, once we have the initial move, generally it's attracted back to the POC, and it comes to the value area low, it consolidates, it then fires again, attracted to the POC, comes up above, consolidates, drops back into the value area, and most of the time when it drops back into the value area, you will see it drop to the POC and to the value area low. And then we had another consolidation here. So we've gone sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Look how we were attracted to the previous point of control, where we had the initial consolidation. And this happens over and over and over again. That's how easy it can actually be. So let's remove these a second. And then what I'm going to show you is how I would mark out my levels. So I'm going to start on the monthly. So like you can clearly see this here. This here is a good level. So what we'll do is, oh, now let's put it up there. Alt, if you hit Alt, ALT and H, it will snap to that level. That's what it will do. It will snap to the level. So then we can have another, there we go, we've got another one there. Alt H, snap to that level. See how this level here has been respected so many times before, and I'll do it from the body of the candle. So then if we go up to this area here, and you can see how most of it lines up with the high volume nodes. We'll snap another one in there. And then what I'll do is, monthly, touched. Next one. Monthly, touched. Next one. Monthly, touched. So we know now that these levels have been touched and respected so many times previously. The high Alt and H there. Monthly touched. We've not touched it yet. This has not come back up in here to test this area yet. If we do go up above and then retest, we've got a potential of a big move coming in Ethereum. This down here is your accumulation zone for Ethereum. This down here is your accumulation zone for Ethereum. Potentially, there's another zone there. Alt H. Monthly touched. Another accumulation zone for Ethereum. Another accumulation zone for Ethereum. This is how easy you can make your trading. Very, very easy. You've got your main volume profile. You've got low nodes down here. There's not a lot of volume down here. So that's why you're going to see these fires. You know, if you had these levels marked out, you know, you've got 250% move. Just buy it on spot and hold it. A lot of people are panicking and they'll be selling. There's no panic. Relax. Click save. Right. You're in your object tree now. So what you can do with your object tree is click file. So click the horizontal line. Click this file. Double click. Monthly level. Be alright if I could spell. Monthly level. Okay. You can have them any colour you want. So you've got a monthly level. And you can save your template as well. So I probably wouldn't have them that colour. I'll probably change all the colours. I think in my BTC they're a bit different. But now you've got monthly level. So what you do is grab, left click on your mouse, pull it into it. Left click on your mouse, pull it into it. Left click on your mouse, pull it into it. Left click on your mouse, pull it into it. So now you've got these in this folder. If you don't want them on your chart, or you mark out your weekly levels now, it's as easy as that. One click. Lock all drawings in. One click, done. Now, what I can do is I can move on to my weekly. Let me have a look at my weekly levels. Right. So, we've got weekly levels. We have an area of interest right here. Alt H. I'm going to change the colour for these to... You can have them any colour you want. I'll change it to orange. Weekly touch. Next area of interest, where we're at. Possibly there's another area of interest. See, these are subjective to you. But that to me looks like a decent weekly. Weekly touch. We've got another one here, which aligns up with the value area low, which is absolutely beautiful. Alt H, weekly touch. Weekly touch. Next. Point of control is around here. We've got another area of interest right there. Alt H. Oh. Back to here. Alt H. Weekly touched. Next area of interest here. Alt H. Weekly touch. I'm just showing you an example, like you can mark anything you want that you think is important to you. I'm just showing you that these areas of interest are very, very important. And you know, you don't have to just keep trying to scalp everything that you see. So now we've got these set up. We go to that, we click File, Group, Weekly Levels. Yes, okay. Okay. Move them up into the folder. Lock all drawings. Hide. There you go. Your folder's done again. Same with this. Anchored. Hide, hide. And you've got a clean chart. You know, working with a clean chart gives you a clean mind. Don't get me wrong, you can have all these levels set out as much as you want, but working with a cleaner chart gives you a cleaner mind, cleaner workspace, all that what they say. It works. So that's how you would be marking out certain levels. Now what I'm going to do is I'll save it. I'll have a drink of my coffee. And now I'm going to have a little look at some altcoins. So like I've said previously, I need people to start writing in the chat. Tell me what you want me to look at, what you want me to watch. You know, right. So we'll start with Pendle. I'm just going to have a little look how long this video has been going on. Another 5 minutes and then I will cut the video. So Pendle. Like I say, with that other thing that I was just showing you, you know, you can mark out your dailies, you can mark out your 4 hourlies, your hourlies, whatever you want. I like to use these higher time frames, monthly, weekly, daily. Sometimes I will go down into the 4 hour later, have a little look. It'll be a scalping opportunity. 4 hour later to 15 minute. But I like to use the higher time frames. So you can see this is a zone in Pendle, what we're in at the minute. And I've got these marked out. So I've got these areas of interest marked out. Area of interest, area of interest. Accumulation zone here. Potentially your sell zone. And it works. It works very well. You know? So with Pendle, we had an accumulation zone here. Consolidation. Volume profile from here to here. So you can see when we do eventually push away from these areas. We are generally attracted back to these areas. And you can go on any chart and look at it. And just have your areas marked out. So at the minute, where are we at the minute? We're in another important zone here. There's not a lot of data on Pendle. So if I go down into the daily with Pendle. So this big zone here, what we're in, that's why I like to use this. There's lots of volume in this zone. Lots and lots of volume. So, you know, we could potentially come back down and test this area again. And then move off. But marking out these zones and saving these zones and then going into your object tree, you know, and you can just hide them. You know, like I say, you put them into a folder as easy as this. Area of interest. Okay. And then move that rectangle into there. Lock the drawings. And you've got rid of them. You just know then these are potential areas of interest where I might want to take a short or where I might want to take a long. And you can make it so much easier for yourself just by having it nice and organised in this zone. So like I say, at the minute we are consolidating at the minute in this area. So I'll get another fixed range, pull it up to that area. You know, look, if you'd have had your fixed range, let's just delete that fixed range at the minute, and you had your fixed range from here to here, and you were watching that initial move. Once we've fallen back into here, and we've had a rejection, you could potentially there have a nice short position from here. Your stop is clearly going to be above that. It's probably not going to be the best risk to reward. But it's not a bad risk to reward. Even to here, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but a 1 to 9, 1.9, percentage risk to reward ratio is not a bad risk to reward ratio. You know, you want your higher probability setups. So we've got another sort of like consolidation here. So if we get another volume profile from the initial move up to the top of the move, you know, we've fallen back into that volume area and we're attracted back into these areas. Once we start to fall through, you know, you've got another. I know people are probably saying, oh, it's all hindsight. It is, but it works. Look at this move. Even if you just went to the value area low, I'm just taking it to the value area low. Easy trade. Easy trade. So another area here, slight consolidation from the initial move to the move up. Let's have a little look. Another volume profile from there to the high. Look. We've fallen back into the... See, this probably wouldn't have been a high probability trade setup because the value area high's here. So if you look at the risk to reward, it's not very good. It's not very good. So that's not a high probability setup. But this is how you can use your volume profiles. Pretty easy. At the minute, we've come back into this value area low. Then, you know, you've got confluences. You've got another here. Look at how fair value you got there. Tap the middle and off we go again. Potentially back to the point of control and back to the value area high. You know, pretty easy when you think about it. Let me have a little look. So Nia, I did call Nia. I told everybody about Nia. I had this marked out the other day. What a move that is. Lovely. I bought a load of Nia, but I think it was around here. 5.3, 5.4. 30% nearly. 30% from my initial call. Absolutely fantastic trade. You do the same with Nia. On the daily. Up to that area. See how we came back. You know, as soon as we've started to fall back inside this value area high, and you take your trade once it's fallen back inside that value area high, which it has done there, you know, your stop's going to have to be above there, and you just go for the value area low. Still a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, and it's not a bad one either. Pretty easy. Pretty easy to use these volume profiles for high probability setups. So we're going to have a look at the high at the minute. We have got a potential if we drop back into here. See, a lot of these YouTubers aren't showing you this. Most of these YouTubers are on these Discord channels or all this other crap. They're just saying, buy this here, buy that there. What's the reason I'm buying that there? Is it a high probability setup? Will it go to these certain areas of interest? You know, get your main volume profile up. Have a little look where we're at. At the minute, we're at the value area high on the main volume profile. These line up perfect. We could potentially come back into this area. That's what I'm thinking. So you can start accumulating again. I'll be holding all mine here. And my main target, we had that target there. If we can get up above that target, my main target in near, which we've got another volume profile right there, $11, possibly the value area high at $15. I'll start to cash out around them areas, but at the minute I'll be holding. You've got a lot of opportunities coming up in these altcoins. Start to use them. ICP, I've got a lot of ICP. I've had these areas marked out for a while now. This is the last one I'm going to do because I want people to start giving me some requests of what they want me to actually look at. So we've got this initial consolidation in here. So we'll go from the low to the high of that area. See how once we drop back into this, we generally come back down and retest this value area low, and then we will be attracted. Another consolidation here. From there to there. Let's have a little look. Point of control there. Look how we've touched that point of control to the pip. $12. $12 won. Easy. So easy. Main point of control. We're going to go from there to there. At the minute we're at the value area high. We could potentially come back down into here. You know, because we've got this low volume node. If we can hold this area, which I really want us to do, we've got a potential of firing off up into these zones. So targets for ICP. At the minute we're at the value area high, we want to go sideways. Potential targets for ICP is, we've already hit one, which were around $12. Where's the next move? Let's get another volume profile from this to this. $19 potential targets in ICP. I've got a lot of flow. Did tell people that I'd bought a lot of flow. So from the initial move, which is down here, this week consolidation. Your point of control were there. We fell below the value area low. We consolidated for a while and then fired off. Even bringing it over to there. You know, that's your point of control. That were another point of control. Got another one here. This initial move from here to here, where we're at the minute. Oh, look at that. It lines perfectly up with that consolidation there. And if you just take it over in that consolidation there, pretty easy. Next area of interest on floor, $1.03. We've already tagged this area, 0.960. Rows, I did tell people to start accumulating some rows. Rows, consolidation here to here. So we came back down, tested that point of control, fired off. Next consolidation here, here to here. Fired, hit it. Next area of interest from this low to this high. What level's that? 12 cents, 0.12 cents, sorry about that. Initial move in rows. We're going to be attracted to these high volume areas all the way along. Probably going to get some more consolidation in here. We might even fall back inside, but let's have a look at the initial move from here to where we are now. If we fall back inside here, we are possibly going to come back down in to test all these areas. So don't panic, don't start FOMOing in. You should probably be sat there holding a bag of dicks. But anyways, that's it from me, guys. Don't forget, I've got links in the description for CWP, James's Baccarat indicators, Slim's Telegram trading bots. They're printing at the minute, big time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Happy trading, guys.